everyone, how are you all today? Isn't it warm? So nice. I hope everyone is well. I've got a nice stack of books as usual, some poetry and some short stories as well. Bit of a mishmash today. I'm going to start off with a very silly poem by Colin McNaughton. And it's from quite an old book called There's an Awful Lot of Weirdos in Our Neighbourhood. There it is. It's published by Walker. I think this was my son's. Oh no, it was my daughter's. I'm sorry. There you go. This book belongs to Colin Bradford. Oh. Okay. This is called Lemmy Was a Diver. Lemmy was a diver, a deep sea diver. Lemmy was a diver, 5 years old. Lemmy found a treasure chest, a chock-full treasure chest. Lemmy found a treasure chest stuffed with gold. But Lemmy had a rival, oh, a 22-ton rival. Oh, yes, Lemmy had a rival, oh, a great white whale. He took a plastic hose, sir, and bopped him on the nose, sir, because that's how you dispose, sir, of 22-ton whales. Now Lemmy is a rich boy, a fabulously rich boy. He's lost the diving itch, boy, but now instead, Lemmy is a pilot, a top-notch pilot. Lemmy is a pilot, 6 years old. It's got super cute little illustrations in it as well. I think a bit of silliness to start the day is always good, don't you? I'm going to read another one from here as well. This is called My Cat. You can see the cat there, looking quite dapper in a suit. My cat gives me serious cause for concern. I've tried, but I do not know which way to turn. It's not just the suit or the paisley cravat or the pink painted boots. I can handle all that. But now he's developed a worrying trait. He's mugging my guests as they come through the gate. He's stealing their pants and their shirts and their ties, although he denies it and says it's all lies. Should I call the police or the vets or the zoo? Should I offer to buy him his clothing and shoes? I've tried, but I do not know which way to turn. My cat gives me cause for serious concern. We like singing. Okay. This book is absolutely beautiful. It's by Tom Percival, published by Bloomsbury. Ravi's Roar. It's out in paperback now as well. But I do like a hardback if you can get one. There's Ravi. Hey, Teddy. Ravi's Roar. Ravi was the youngest and the smallest in his family. Everyone was bigger than him. There's Ravi, Anil, Jaya, and Kiran. Even Biscuits the dog. But most of the time, being the smallest was great. But sometimes, just sometimes, it wasn't. One day, Ravi and his family went on a picnic. There was a race to the train. And guess who came last? Ravi. Everyone else got a comfy seat, but Ravi had to squash in with Dad and Biscuits. Then Biscuits made a bad smell. Ooh. When everyone got to the park, they played hide and seek. It was meant to be fun, but Ravi couldn't find anyone. At the adventure playground, the monkey bars were too high. The gaps between the logs were too wide. And when Ravi wanted to go on the big slide, the man said, "Sorry, son, you're too small." Ravi got so cross that his face turned red. But then Dad said, "Come on, let's get an ice cream." Everybody ran off. And guess who came last? Ravi. And then, when Ravi went to get his ice cream, there was none left. Well, that really did it. Ravi was furious. He growled, and a stripy tail popped out from the back of his shorts. Then he sprouted 2 furry ears, sharp pointed teeth and stripy orange fur. Ravi had turned into a tiger. The tiger took a huge, deep breath and then roared. Ravi's brother looked a bit nervous and handed the tiger his ice cream. When the tiger went to sit down, there were no benches free, so he roared, "Rah!" and everybody got out of the way. It was great being a tiger. The tiger did all the things that Ravi couldn't. He swung across the monkey bars, he leapt across the logs, he even slid down the big slide. Nobody dared say no. So the tiger went wild. He roared and growled and did exactly what he wanted. Rah! But soon he found that nobody wanted to play with him. Suddenly the tiger felt a bit sad, and someone nowhere near as cross. In fact, he couldn't quite remember what had made him so angry in the first place. "I'm sorry," said the tiger in a quiet voice, and when he said that, everything felt better. "That's okay," said Dad. "Well done for saying sorry." Then, without even realising, Ravi became a boy once more. And that was the last time that Ravi ever turned into a tiger. Although, every now and then, he did have a bit of a growl. Grr. It's okay to get cross sometimes, isn't it? I think it's fine. Better to let it out than to keep it all in. Okay. We haven't had a Julia Donaldson book for a couple of weeks, I don't think. I don't know. I could just read them all at the time. It would fill up all of our time. So I've chosen The Highway Rats by Julia Donaldson and Axel Scheffler. There it is. Shiny, shiny. Let's see what he gets up to, shall we? He does look rather dapper in his cloak. The highway rat was a baddie. The highway rat was a beast. He took what he wanted and ate what he took. His life was one long feast. His teeth were sharp and yellow. His manners were rough and rude. And the highway rat went riding, 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 riding along the highway and stealing the travellers' food. A rabbit came hopping along the road, then stopped with her paws in the air. For blocking her way was the highway rat, who cried, "Who goes there? Give me your pastries and puddings. Give me your chocolate and cake. For I am the rat of the highway, the highway, the highway. Yes, I am the rat of the highway. And whatever I want, I take." "I have no cakes," the rabbit replied. "I just have a bunch of clover." The highway rat gave a scornful look, but he ordered, "Hand it over." "This clover is bound to be tasteless. This clover is dull as can be. But I am the rat of the highway, and this clover belongs to me." A squirrel came bounding along the road, then stopped with a shake and a shiver. For reining his horse was the highway rat, who thundered, "Stand and deliver. Give me your buns and your biscuits. Give me your chocolate eclairs. For I am the rat of the highway, the highway, the highway. Yes, I am the rat of the highway. And the rat never shares." "I have no buns," the squirrel replied. "I just have a sack of nuts." The robber snatched the snack, and snarled, "I'll have no ifs or buts. These nuts are probably rotten. These nuts are hard as can be, but I am the rat of the highway, and these nuts belong to me." Some ants came crawling along the road, then stopped with a somersault. For baring his teeth was the highway rat, who bellowed a deafening, "Halt! Give me your sweets and your lollies. Give me your toffees and chews. For I am the rat of the highway, the highway, the highway. Yes, I am the rat of the highway, and nobody dares to refuse." "We have no sweets," the ants replied. We just have this nice green leaf. Oh, no, you don't, not any more, declared the highway thief. This leaf is nasty and bitter. This leaf is thin as can be, but I am the rat of the highway, and this leaf belongs to me. With never a please or a thank you, the rat carried on in this way. Flies from a spider, milk from a cat. He once stole his own horse's hay. The creatures who travelled the highway grew thinner and thinner and thinner, while the highway rat grew horribly fat from eating up everyone's dinner. A duck came waddling down the road, then stopped with a "How do you do?" "I see you have nothing," the rat complained. "In that case, I'll have to eat you. I doubt if you're terribly juicy. Most likely you're tough as can be. But I am the rat of the highway, the highway, the highway. Yes, I am the rat of the highway, and I fancy duck for tea." "Hang on," quacked the duck, "for I have a sister as good as you might prefer. I know that she'd love to meet you. I'm certain you'd like her. For in her cave, her deep dark cave, right at the top of the hill, are biscuits and buns aplenty. There you may eat your fill." "Lead on!" cried the rats, and they took to the road, which seemed it would never end. Onwards they rode and upwards, bend after bend after bend. At last they came to a lonely cave, and the duck began to quack. She quacked, "Good evening, sister, sister, sister," and sister, 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 a voice in the cave came back. "Do you have cakes and chocolates?" the highway robber cried. "And chocolates, chocolates, chocolates," the voice from the cave replied. "I'm coming to take them," the rat yelled. His greedy eyes grew round, and then, "Take them, take them, take them," came back the welcome sound. The highway rat leapt off his horse. Into the cave he strode. The duck took hold of the horse's reins and galloped down the road. Faster and even faster, following all the bends, the plucky young duck was riding, 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 galloping down the highway, back to her hungry friends. Then they shared out the food from the saddlebags and feasted all night long. Bright were the flames of the bonfire, loud was the music and song. Wild was the moonlight dancing, merry the cheer and chat, for now they could live in freedom, safe from the highway rat. And as for the rat in the echoing cave, he shouted and wondered till he found his way out of the darkness on the other side of the hill. A thinner and greyer and meeker rat, he robbed on the road no more, for he landed a job in a cake shop, cake shop, and they say he still works in the cake shop, sweeping the cake shop door. Naughty. Another beautiful hardback book here. This is by Rose Robbins, published by Scandinavian Press. It's called Me and My Sister. Wiggle a bit. Me and My Sister. Uh-oh, here comes my sister. She doesn't use words, but she says a lot. Dee, dee, dee. Me and my sister like different food, but we finish at the same time. My sister likes to watch TV by herself, and I like to listen to music. But it's best when we listen together. Sometimes my sister is rude to Nana, but Nana understands, even if I don't. Sometimes my sister just needs to be alone, and sometimes she doesn't. Me and my sister go to different schools. We do different things and we both learn a lot. My sister knows how to make me laugh. But strangers don't always see her the way I do. Pooty pooty poo. Sometimes I get told off, even when it's not my fault. And my sister doesn't. But if my sister is upset, I can try to comfort her. My sister doesn't always like hugs, so we high five instead. Me and my sister are very different, but we love each other just the same. Right. This is not a new one. This is quite old, but it's brilliant. It's by Claire Freeman and Ben Court. Aliens love underpants. And it's fun. Oh, pants! Have you got any favourite pants there? I quite like the pirate pants, I must admit. I think they're pretty cool. The bloomers are quite fancy. Maybe you could draw your own pants later. I've done that before. We ended up making pants bunting. Brilliant. Aliens love underpants. Aliens love underpants of every shape and size, but there are no underpants in space. So here's a big surprise. When aliens fly down to Earth, they don't come to meet you. They simply want your underpants. I'll bet you never knew. Their spaceship's radar bleeps and blinks the moment that it sees a washing line of underpants, all flapping in the breeze. They land in your back garden, though they haven't been invited. Ooh, underpants, they chant and dance around, delighted. They like them red, they like them green, or orange like satsumas. But best of all, they love the sight of Granny's spotted bloomers. Mum's pink frilly knickers are a perfect place to hide, and Grandpa's woolly long johns make a super whizzy slide. In daring competitions held up to just one peg, they count how many aliens can squeeze inside each leg. They wear pants on their feet and heads and other silly places. They fly pants from their spaceships and hold upside down pants races. No, this way. As they go zinging through the air, it really is pants-tastic what fun the aliens can have with teeny pants elastic. It's not your neighbour's naughty dog or next door's funny game when underpants go missing and aliens are to blame. But quick! Mum's coming out to fetch the washing in at last. Whee! Off the aliens all zoom. They're used to leaving fast. So when you put your pants on, freshly washed and nice and clean, just check in case an alien still lurks inside, unseen. Pants! Check your pants drawer. What do you think? Do you think you've got aliens in your pants drawer? Oh. This is by Anthony Brown, who you already know if you've been listening to me for a while. Oh, I love Anthony Brown. I once embarrassed myself terribly meeting Anthony Brown and getting him to sign books for me when I was about 40. Right, this is illustrated and written by Anthony Brown, published by Walker Books. It's called Silly Billy. Let's see what Billy gets up to, shall we? Billy used to be a bit of a worrier. He worried about many things. Billy worried about hats, and he worried about shoes. Billy worried about clouds and rain. Billy even worried about giant birds. His dad tried to help. Don't worry, lad, he said. None of these things could happen. It's just your imagination. His mum tried too. Don't worry, love, she said. We won't let anything hurt you. But still, Billy worried. One night he had to stay with his grandma, but Billy couldn't sleep. He was too worried. He always worried about staying at other people's houses. Billy felt a bit silly, but at last he got up and went to tell his grandma. Well, fancy that, love, she said. You're not silly. When I was your age, I used to worry like that. I've got just the thing for you. She went into her room and came out holding something. These are worry dolls, she explained. Just tell each of them your worries and put them under your pillow. They'll do all the worrying for you while you're asleep. Yeah? Billy told all his worries to the worry dolls. He slept like a log. The next morning, Billy went home. That night, he again told all his worries to the dolls. He slept like a stone. The next night, Billy slept well, and the night after that. But the night after that, Billy started to worry. He couldn't stop thinking about the dolls. All those worries he'd given them. They must be so worried. It didn't seem fair. Look, he's named them. This is Colin, Polly, Lizzie, Mary, Sammy, and Teddy. The next day, Billy had an idea. He spent all day working at the kitchen table. It was difficult work, and at first he made lots of mistakes and he had to start again. But finally, Billy produced something very special. Some worry dolls for the worry dolls. That night, everyone slept well. Billy and all the worry dolls. And after that, Billy didn't worry very much at all. And neither did his friends. Billy made worry dolls for all of them. It says on the back, it will tell you a little bit about it. Worry dolls come from Central American country of Guatemala. They are made from tiny pieces of wood and scraps of cloth and thread. Long ago, the children of Guatemala made these dolls, and when they went to bed at night, they would tell a worry to each one before placing them under their pillows and going to sleep. In this way, they would wake up in the morning feeling much less troubled. To this day, children in Guatemala trust their dolls to take away their worries as they sleep, and this custom has now spread around the world. I absolutely love that idea. I think that when I finish all of my classes today, I'm going to make some worry dolls for people. Do you think you can make some too? I bet you could. So we've got some scraps. And if you haven't got fabric, you could just use paper and do lots of different bright colours, like the ones that Billy made. Wouldn't that be fantastic? We've got a couple more minutes. I'm going to read you a couple of poems by the fantastic Spike Millingan. So this is a children's treasury of Millingan, classic stories and poems. It was published by, I don't know, Ted Smart, which is old as well. I think it's belonging to my son. This one did belong to my son. So you may know this one already. This is very, very silly. It's called On the Ning Nang Nong. On the Ning Nang Nong, where the cows go bong and the monkeys all say boo, there's a Nong Nang Ning where the trees go ping and the teapots jibber jabber joo. On the nong ning nang, all the mice go clang, and you just can't catch them when they do. So it's ning nang nong, cows go bong. Nong nang ning, trees go ping. Nong ning nang, the mice go clang. What a noisy place to belong is the ning nang nong. I think Spike Milligan was probably the king of the sillies, really. And this last little one is called Sardines. You know what a sardine is? A tiny little fish. A baby sardine saw her first submarine. She was scared and watched through a peephole. Oh, come, 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 said the sardine's mum. It's only a tin full of people. There they are, all hiding in their submarine. Okay, I think that is the last one for today. Lovely to see you all. I hope you all get a chance to get a little bit of fresh air today. It's glorious out there. We don't need holidays in Spain or anywhere. We can just step outside our front door for a few minutes and get a bit of sunshine. So have a lovely, lovely day. I will see you guys next week. It's half term, but we're doing stories anyway because we love them. If you've got any requests, then send them in to me and I'll see what I can do. Okay? Take care of yourselves and I will see you all very soon, hopefully. Bye.